Good day, everyone. I welcome you to the episode 5 of Chemistry of Selected Metals and Non-Metal. In this particular video, we're working on iron. We have touched group 1, we have touched group 2, we have touched group 3, and this is a transition element called iron. So we just picked one from the transition element. And iron belongs to group 8 in the periodic table and period 4 in the periodic table. So what is the proton number of iron? Iron has 26 proton. Iron has the atomic number of 26 as well. So if you want to write the electronic configuration of iron, it will be 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2, 3p6, 3d, then 4s2. So if you count already, here will be 10, here is 10, then here will be what? Here will be 6. So some person will be like, it's not supposed to be 4s2 before 3d6. That would be an argument for another video, not for this video, but please take note. This is the electronic configuration of what? Of iron. Iron is the second most abundant element. Sorry, it's not the second most abundant element. Iron is the second most abundant metal in the earth crust. So if iron is the second most abundant metal in the earth crust, so what is the first metal? The most abundant metal is aluminium, followed by what? By iron. Then in terms of elements, iron is the fourth most abundant element. So the first element there is oxygen, followed by silicon, followed by aluminium, then followed by what? By iron. So please take note of this sequence. The most abundant element is iron. The most abundant element is oxygen. The most abundant substance is water. The second most abundant element is silicon. The third most is aluminium. The fourth most is what? Is iron. But the most abundant metal, as long as it's a metal, the answer is what? Is aluminium. While the second most is what? Is iron. So please take note. Iron is the second most abundant metal in the what? In the earth crust. And how do we extract iron? Iron can be extracted using this process called what? Smelting. And smelting simply means when a molten iron is collected in a heat or a heart at the bottom of a blast furnace. So when an iron is heated to a particular temperature, then a pure iron will be formed. And this pure iron, it depends, because we have different type of iron. The iron can be a pig iron, it can be a cast iron, it can be a rough iron, and steel is not really a type of iron. So but still we call this an alloy. So it is when an iron is mixed with other elements such as nickel or what? Or chromium. So let's leave steel out of the game first. So we have three kinds of iron. We have pig iron, we have cast iron, and we have what? Rough iron. So in the process of producing iron, we cannot just pick iron and start producing. Iron actually exists in different forms. It can be in a siderite, which is as a compound like this, limonite, magnetite, we have hematite, we have hemoglobin in blood, or chlorophyll in plants. So iron can exist in different forms. So when iron is heated at the bottom of the furnace, you are going to get what we call a pig iron. And this pig iron, if you heat this pig iron further, it's going to give us cast iron. And if you heat cast iron further, it's going to give us rough iron. So the question is, which of the following types of iron is the purest? Is it pig iron? Is it cast iron or rough iron? So please take note. Rough iron has 99% purity of iron. Cast iron is 94%. While pig iron is what? Is 92%. All of them, they are types of what? Of iron. But the purest form of iron is rough iron, while the most impure form is what? Is pig iron. But for you to get cast iron, you are going to heat pig iron. And for you to get rough iron, you are going to heat what? Cast iron. So this is the sequence. Then, like what I said earlier, steel is an allotrope. Is an alloy of iron. So that's to say, when iron is bonded, or a mixture of iron, nickel, and chromium, what will be formed is what? Is steel. And steel is formed from a Bessemer process. The process at which steel is formed or is extracted is called the what? The Bessemer process. And the raw material you use in the production of steel is the pig iron, we have scrap iron and scrap steel. So please take note. Pig iron, scrapped scrap iron, and then scrap steel. These are the raw materials used in the production of what? Of steel. Please, these are not types of steel. These are materials used in producing steel. Why these are the types of what? Of iron. But please take note, steel is not a type of iron. It's an alloy. Sorry, it's not a yeah. It's an alloy of what? Of iron. So let's go through the uses. For is used in construction, is used in transportation, is used in manufacturing, is used in hemoglobin, like what I explained here, is used in chlorophyll, hemoglobin in blood, chlorophyll in plant. Then iron is used as a catalyst. So iron actually has the ability to speed up the rate of chemical reaction and also to slow down the rate of chemical reaction. So this is the general overview of the chemistry of what? Of iron. I want to ask you a question. I want you to list five compounds, five compounds of iron, five compounds of iron. So please, if you know the answer, quickly drop them in the comment section. But I believe that the answer is looking at you right here. Thanks for watching. If you have any question at all, please feel free to drop in the comment section. And don't forget to share this video to your classmates. Please, don't wait till a day to exam before you start sharing. And most of you that we download video and say, okay, I'm going to watch this video tomorrow, I'm going to watch it tomorrow. Don't download. Just start watching immediately you see any of my video. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.